Very well. Sorry, I'll do it again. BIC is witnessing the fourth round of the championship. Coming up is the Formula LGB4 race. I am Ushma and here with me is Raman. Hasn't it been an exciting day, Raman?
Absolutely, Ushma. No two ways about it. And talking about the Formula LGB4 category, where we see the cars lining up on the grid behind us, it's been exciting stuff. You've got two M Sport racing drivers who are leading the standings. That's Vishnu Prasad and, of course, Raghu Rangasamy.
Absolutely, but it's been a heartbreak for Rohit Khanna this morning. Spun on the last turn of the final lap to miss out on a race win.
That was disappointing for Rohit. It's almost as if bad luck seems to be plaguing him from round 3. Remember, he had a penalty smashed on him last round. He wasn't too happy about it. Now, when he looked set for a race win, he spun out. Let's hope that he's able to overcome that particular setback. So that's the way it's probably going to go. And now, interesting how the grid's lining up here. It's a reverse grid that's lined up for this race.
Well, that's right. That means that the top 8 racers of the last race have had their orders reversed on the grid.
Yes, absolutely. And that means actually is that Vishnu Prasad, who'd won the previous race, he now starts on P8 and Raghu Rangasamy starts on P7. But what that does is that it gives Chitesh Mandodi, the defending champion, a shot at pole position, and he's going to start the race on pole this time around.
So why don't we go and talk to Chitesh?
Absolutely, let's do that.
Well, hi Chitesh, congratulations. You got the chance to start at the pole position. What's the strategy ahead?
The strategy is very simple. Like, I just want to maintain my position, and it's going to be a little tough because we are very close. Like, the top 8 are very close, and let's see. I'm going to try to give my best.
Well, all the very best to you.
सेकंड का भी कर सकते हो क्योंकि this is
So, let's be on the go. How does it feel? I just feel great as well. I had the honor.
Starting off on P2, what's the strategy going to be for Dark Dawn and for you in this?
Starting on
P2.
P2, what's going to be
All right, we've got the last race of the day, the FLGB F4. The grid at the moment, Chitesh Mandodi is on pole, Sarosh Tyre in second, Rohit in third, Diljit fourth, Sandeep Kumar fifth, Sohail Shah sixth, Raghu Rangaswamy seventh, and Vishnu Prasad in eighth. And as you can see, this is going to be a great dogfight till the end. You've got all the hot, fast drivers leading the pack. And in the championship, it's a very, very close call between two teammates. Raghu Rangaswamy driving car number 99 and Vishnu Prasad driving car number 6. And Vishnu only leads Raghu by 4 points going into the last 2 races of the season. So, yes, there's no love lost there. I think this morning when they beat the Dark Dawn cars into first and second and third, the 3 M Sport cars, Vishnu taking first, Raghu second, and Sohail Shah taking third, they were elated. But now it's coming down to the championship. I don't know if there are going to be team orders in place, but knowing the boys, they're going to fight for it, but hopefully with some respect on the track. We've got Captain Sneha Sharma, the fastest of the ladies, running very well on her return to the LGB grid. She's been away and become a commander at Indigo. She's starting in P15, little further down the grid than she would like. But then we've got a lot of girls from the Ahura Racing team there as well, representing girl power. Ahura Racing, all in the red cars. You got Team M Sport in the yellow, and we have Dark Dawn in the silver cars. And in the mix of all of that, we've got Diljit and Chitesh in the blue and white cars over there in Avalanche Racing, the team from Bangalore. Dark Dawn and Miko both Chennai based and really having the fastest drivers in the country. And we're about to kick off the formation lap now. where the cars get a chance to just do a siding lap of the track, see if there's any debris or any points that need to be avoided. Hopefully the marshals will have cleared that up. Warm up their tires, make sure everything's working fine in the car. They can always pull into the pits or pull out if there is a problem, but obviously nobody wants to do that. So here we go, formation lap. Flag goes green and the cars are on their way. Satish Mandodi, karting prodigy from Kolhapur, leading the way. Last year's champion. He won the FLGB championship in 2017. This year, unfortunately, not able to replicate the success of the previous year, running 4th in the championship. He has the same amount of points, or I think now he's outscored Rohit Khanna, who unfortunately spun on the last corner of the last race. If he had stayed in first place, he would still have had a chance to win the championship, but now it's tough for him to fight back and be in contention. Really, there are only 2 people fighting it out for the championship, and those are the M Sport drivers of Rahul Rangaswamy and Vishnu Prasad. 2 close friends, but don't give each other an inch on the racetrack. Fair and hard racing. And you can see a bunch of 6 red cars over there. Those are the Ahura Racing girls starting in the red cars. Ahura Racing giving ladies, all ladies team, giving the ladies a chance to race and support. Sarosh Tyre, who's on the grid, filling in for a spare seat in Dark Dawn, which is running empty, owns Ahura Racing, former multiple national champion, and just helping Dark Dawn perhaps try a last bid maybe for the team championship, trying to get as many points as possible. The drivers' championship seems to be destined for M Sport, but which driver of M Sport? Will it be Rahul? Will it be Vishnu? All to fight for over here. And yeah, and if you see, Sohail Shah and Rahul Rangaswamy both tangled in the last race, lost their noses and still managed to finish 2nd and 3rd. The Formula LGB cars, all based with a Swift engine, same chassis, all equal on weight. Very small differences between the cars, if any. Very equal drive, very equal cars, very, very tight racing. It's the driver who is the clear differentiator in this series. And as the championship lies, Vishnu is the favorite, multiple national championship in FLGB, in the BMW, in the Polo Cup, multiple karting championships as well, Formula Hyundai, etc. And yes, as they come to the last corner, they're lining up for the start of the race. Chitesh is going to try and take the lead and stick onto the lead from pole. Last year he won here at the Buddh International Circuit. This year in race 1 didn't have the luck as he did last year, so hopefully it'll change in the second race. And yes, it's going to be a close race. So going forward, now the lights they're going to line up all cars on the grid, all 28 odd of them. So let's go through the grid again. Jitesh on pole, Sarosh on 2nd, Rohit 3rd, Diljit 4th, Sandeep Kumar 5th, all 5 former national champions in the top 5. Then you have Sohail Shah in 6th, Rahul 7th, Vishnu 8th, and then you have A. Bala in 9th and Vaibhav in 10th. As the cars line up, they're warming up their tires, making sure they're in the correct grid positions, making sure they don't overstep the line. If they do, they can get a time penalty, minimum of 5 seconds by the stewards, which will be considered a jump start. Obviously, no driver wants that. So as you can see, the cars are lining up. There's number 99 in view. That's Rahul Rangaswamy from Mahabalipuram, one of the great talents in the last couple of years. It seems some drivers are very confused about the grid slots. A red car lying in the middle of the pack over there. Does she manage to line up? Yes, she has. She's managed to line up now. I think the stewards can give the go-ahead. The lights haven't gone red yet. They're sure they're in the right positions. As that is confirmed, the lights will go red. Right now, the marker comes out. And yes, lights are red, about to go green any second. Here we go. We're racing. Sandeep Kumar dashing across the track from the inside, slotting in behind Diljit. We've got Chitesh in the lead, followed by Rohit, followed by Sarosh, all jostling for position. Oh massive lock up. I hope no one's got collected over there. The Hura girls taking evasive action, and there we have it. We've got contact between Avalanche Racing car number 8. Car number 8 has got hit, but they got restarted again. Yellow flags are out, but the leaders are far away. They made their way through C3. And yes, as it stands, we've got a Dark Dawn in the lead with Chitesh right behind him in second. So number 1, Rohit Khanna in the lead. Chitesh in second place, Sarosh Tyre in third, going all the way down to C4. So the track goes a little down and then goes uphill again towards C4 as they make their way down the hill to C5. There you can see the brightly colored helmet of Vishnu Prasad in car number 6. Seems to be behind his teammate Raghu Rangaswamy, car number 99. And here we have it, Chitesh jostling with Sarosh, but Rohit seems to has got the slight advantage. Diljit over there on the outside of his teammate in the other Avalanche car in 5th place. And you can see some cars jostling again. The Hura girls over there running well, keeping out of trouble. And Rohit Khanna made a good dash for the lead over there. If he gets 10 points, that takes his tally to 57, but that still would be 14 points behind Vishnu Prasad, who is currently in the championship. Rohit has a bit to prove with his driving error in the first race, leading the race into the last corner. He spun. I guess we all give into pressure once in a while, and here Rohit, a great driver, unfortunately was under massive pressure from Vishnu and made a mistake. But now he's leading comprehensively in first place, with Sarosh Tyre following him in third, his teammate, with Chitesh Mandodi. Chitesh has lost second place to Sarosh. Chitesh is in third, Diljit in fourth, Sandeep in fifth, Rahul in sixth, with Vishnu trying to dive down the inside in 7, and there's a Dark Dawn making a big dash down the inside. Who is that? Oh, I think it's alright. No contact was made, but that's extremely dangerous driving there. I think not many people saw him coming down the inside over there, braking extremely late. Rohit in first, Sarosh holding off Chitesh, but Chitesh trying to hit the outside line into C1. Sandeep over there ahead of Diljit, Rahul, then Vishnu, car number 6 over here. You can see him going through C2 and C3. Was working his way up to C3 to the hairpin, which goes down the long straight to C4. Here the Hura racing girls ahead of an Avalanche car. Girls doing well, considering it's most of them are driving for the first time at the Buddh International Circuit. They've impressed a lot of their critics by just getting faster and faster through the weekend. And the fastest lap set by none other than Rohit Khanna, a 2:25.459. Doing well, really proving that he is a contender, but unfortunately I don't know if he has the races left now to contend for the championship. Rahul trying to go around the long on the outside. Number 24 and number 2, Sohail and Weber. Sohail and Weber, yes, jostling for position over there with Bala Prashant. Rohit taking the lead into C5, followed by Chitesh, who's fought back into the second position, followed by Sarosh. As you can see now, the field is now spreading out quite a bit. The faster drivers breaking away. The top 3 are one bunch, the next 3 forming a second bunch. Vishnu leading the charge of the third bunch over there, trying to stick with the second bunch. He's got to try and score as many points as possible, because the leader gets 10 points and the person in 10th place gets 1 point. So obviously each point makes a big difference, especially when the championship right now is contested over only 4 points. So right now Raghu Rangaswamy is in 6th place with Vishnu in 7th. So only a point separates them on the track, but 4 points on the championship board. So yes, Rahul is lining up now. Diljit taking the outside line. He's trying to take the racing line into the last corner, but Diljit is holding him off right behind Sandeep Kumar, and Vishnu right on his tail as well. And now Raman has made his way back from the grid to join me in the commentary box.
Thanks so much, Veer. 1 lap, 2 laps down, and Rohit Khanna seems to have taken off where he left off from in the previous race.
Absolutely. There we have Chitesh trying to make an outside move on Rohit. Rohit pulling him off. Chitesh had a faster lap than Rohit, but Rohit seems to have lost about a second on the previous lap, perhaps made a mistake going too hot into the last corner. So Chitesh has caught him a little bit. So has Sarosh. Sandeep in 4th, Diljit in 5th. Rahul and Vishnu now, they've caught the bunch. Soon enough, the second bunch is going to catch the leading bunch. And Rohit seems to have come under quite a bit of pressure. There we have Faisal Khan of Team Avalanche looking on, watching his boy Chitesh Mandodi and Diljit fighting for top honours over there. Vishnu's lining up Rahul. I think he's going to make a move into C4.
This is really exciting stuff, and what I really like is Rohit Khanna's never say die attitude. He's dropped down to 3rd, has he now? A slight error from Rohit Khanna. He slipped down to 3rd. There seems to be a bit of debris on the track as well. You saw something come off the track as saw Chitesh Mandodi go by.
Well, these guys raced really close, and you know, contact is inevitable, and quite a few guys lose their nose in the race. But like you said, Sarosh Ataria, the former national champion who's won this championship a couple of times, is in the lead now, followed by Chitesh Mandodi, and then Rohit Khanna keeping the pressure on in 3rd, right in the mix. Then we've got Diljit in 4th, Rahul still in 5th. Oh, there's been a bit of a touch. I think Diljit and Vishnu had a bit of a moment over there. But yeah, Rahul has dropped behind Vishnu now. Our team orders in play. Is Vishnu number 1 for M Sport? Is Rahul just letting him walk all over him? What do you think?
Well, there's definitely teamwork, and that's absolutely legitimate in racing, in motorsport.
Well, Raman, there's only 4 points between Rahul and Vishnu for the championship.
I think whatever the team talk might have been, I'm sure one thing that M Sport would have said, whatever you do, finish the race, just make sure you don't collide with each other and ruin your chances.
Well, it seems that Rahul does have a lot of respect for Vishnu and always lets him lead the way. Maybe like in the Chiksar race, you know, we had Joseph Matthews biding his time, watching Sachin for a couple of laps, but unfortunately they collide on the last lap. Let's hope these guys can avoid any collision and have a fair race.
Sarosh Ataria is the man who's leading the pack at the moment. Rohit Khanna has slipped into 2nd spot. Chitesh Mandodi has dropped down to 3rd. Let's see how this pans out.
Oh, Chitesh seems to have gone on the outside into C2. He's got them both. He got Rohit, he got Sarosh, and now Diljit has closed up on both of them into C3. The hairpin is going to be manic, and especially the straight which goes down and then goes up and then goes down again to the right-hander, which is C4, is going to be amazing. And joining us here in the commentary box is none other than the man himself, Nayan Charity. Good to see you here. Great race, Nayan. What a great drive in the last race. You really ran away and set the fastest lap of the race in the second last lap. What's going on there?
I mean, I just got everything right probably this weekend, and hopefully it works good for me tomorrow, and hopefully 2 more wins.
Not much in the championship now between you and Karthik Tharani after that race win that you registered, a 2nd podium finish back-to-back. So pressure's lining up for that final day of those last 2 races.
Definitely. I mean, I saw Karthik panic the minute I got inside the pits, and that wasn't a very good scene on his face. So, I mean, I'm kind of happy, but tomorrow I'm under him by 2 points. So anything can happen tomorrow. We'll see how it goes.
Well, yes, it seems that you and Karthik are only separated by a couple of points over here. And then we've got Ashwin, who's only a further 3 points behind you guys at 78 points. He didn't score in the last race, but Brian did. And Brian is there at 73. So I think the top 4 separated by 9 points going into the last 2 races in the BMW, in the Euro 18s.
Well, I mean, we've got 16 points to fetch, so anything can still happen. I mean, it's just going to be real tough racing tomorrow.
Talking about tough racing, let's keep a focus on what's happening here in the Formula LGB4 as well as people look on, because Chitesh Mandodi is pulling a surprise or 2 here. Remember, when the lap began, Sarosh Ataria was in the lead, but Chitesh Mandodi has pulled the rug from under everyone's feet.
And now we have Diljit going down the inside into the C16 for the last corner. These Avalanche guys are obviously coming into form over here. There we have Rohit. He's not letting them get away just yet.
Absar's going to be a happy man.
Definitely he's going to be there.
And now the new development is that Vishnu has dropped down into 7th place. He seems to have lost a bit of pace. But Rahul, his championship drive, oh, big lock up there by car number 45. Diljit getting a little too hot into C1.
And that's helped Rohit Khanna because Rohit Khanna's moved into the race lead. Chitesh Mandodi's slipped down to 2nd, and that lock-up wheels for DILJITH T S has pushed him down to 3rd.
But that makes Rahul in 4th place, and with Vishnu in 7th, that means by the end of this race, 1 point will separate them in the championship with 1 race to go. But this is really, really close stuff. Nayan, you've raced these cars as well, and from your experience and race against these guys, who's your money on for the championship?
I have a feeling the most mature driver and the most experienced driver is Vishnu, so I would definitely bet on Vishnu. But these cars are so, I mean, every car is so like on pace with each other, and anything can happen down the main straight and the back straight. So there's a lot of slipstreaming happening. The guy at 7th can also win the race.
Look at that, a lock up there. Very, very close was Ragul Rangasamy to Sarosh Ataria's car. They've still managed to keep themselves apart. Rohit Khanna is being blocked out there by Chitesh Mandodi. Does he have enough pace on him? No, he doesn't. Rohit's in 2nd. Chitesh is leading the pack. Diljit's 3rd.
Well, Vishnu's dropped to the back behind Sarosh, so there's a lot of jostling going on. And you can see the dark dawn of Sandeep Kumar. He's made his way up. So, you know, Vishnu not having a great race at the moment, but as we saw in the last one, there are 4 laps to go, and in this category, 4 laps seems to be an eternity. The way they're battling at every corner, anything can happen, and the top 8 barely separated by less than 2 seconds. It's what great racing.
It just looks so wild.
As succinct as Nayan Chatterjee can be, the word describes it all.
Well, if the wild man himself thinks this is wild, then there's obviously something going on. Nayan, a great racer himself, working his way up from the kart. So when did you start racing then?
Started racing in 2011, and it's been 7 years since I've
So
been
did you
racing.
start in the micros or what
No,
category?
I started off in the junior. I was this filthy overweight kid. Very slow. Somehow I managed to pull it down and get it all the way down.
Well, luckily you seem to have lost a lot of weight, but we don't know about the filthy just yet. But we'll presume, we hope you have a bar. But anyway, carrying on, getting back to Motorsports again. Chitesh still leading the pack with Rohit right on his heels. And then Diljit, all 3 champions fighting it out over there. And Vishnu, as expected, from 8th to 4th. What's going on?
Very clean racing.
It is clean. It is definitely clean. And as I said, anything can happen. This is the best category you can actually place yourself in.
So how many years did you have in this category before you went on just to focus on the Euro 18s?
I drove 2 years of the LGB4, and I mean, I just made it on the podium a few times, but never could win that car. It was so difficult to drive. It's so, I mean, it's so much more to work with than the BMW, and it's, I mean, you really have to trust the car, which I just couldn't at that moment. And now I start trusting my car. That's the reason I'm really quick. So, yeah.
So good, we look forward to your return then to the LGB class next year.
I don't think that's happening.
Well, I think he said, I've moved on. Now, let's move on and stay with the race. And what's developing here is that Diljit is in the lead. That's an interesting part. You've got now Chitesh Mandodi mounting a challenge. Chitesh is running 2nd. Does he have enough momentum? No, he doesn't. It's Diljit who's leading the pack. How many more transitions are we going to see as far as this race is concerned? Rohit Khanna, the original race leader for most part, has dropped down to 3rd. Vishnu Prasad is 4th. Vishnu would just finish outside the podium if this is the way it wraps up. Remember, another 2 laps to go after this one. You're in the 6th lap. It's an 8-lap race.
Oh, Diljit getting a little crossed up there in the parabola, but obviously giving it everything. Chitesh right on his heels, no team orders there. They're not fighting for the championship. Diljit, oh, we have a spinner, and one of the Ahura girls have seemed to, oh, it's an Avalanche car, not an Ahura car. That was into C4.
And that's just the way it's gone. No worries. The important part is the car still running. So what's running for DILJITH T S is the perfect mechanism, because he's the race leader here. A little pile up there towards the latter half of this leader pack.
That was close. Oh, Rohit trying to go down the inside of Chitesh. Can he hold on? I think Chitesh has got the racing line though. Rohit's going to line him up on the straight. Trying to get the outside line into C1. Not a very easy. Oh, he's got him. He's got him.
He's made a move, wall right.
We have Vishnu coming on the inside. He's going to lunge in.
That's exactly the point. It was also Vishnu Prasad saying, hang on, I see an opening. Am I going to go through? Yes, he does. Rohit Khanna's taken the race lead. Vishnu just falling back. He's now in third behind DILJITH T S.
What do you think? Who's going to make it down to first in the fourth corner?
I don't know. This is absolutely crazy. You've got the top 8 cars within 2 seconds. This is, and with 2 laps to go, it's anyone's race. Vishnu now worked his way into third, but we have a retirement coming through over there.
That's disappointing. That's really disappointing for Chitesh to pull out of the race. I thought there was some problem with the car that saw him lose space, and that's the end of the race for him.
Now we have DILJITH making move on Rohit down the inside, really late on the brakes.
And
Vishnu,
that just stuck.
and that has stuck. Vishnu still trying to cut back, but looks like Rohit's held him off. I'm keeping my eyes on Rahul. He's like, the underdog in this position. He's the younger driver, just biding his time, making Vishnu lead the way a bit and hoping that he can just, ride on his luck.
Oh, look at that. We've seen some tremendous stuff. Is that Sandeep who's taken the race lead here? Just when you thought it's going to be Rohit Khanna or Vishnu Prasad. Well, look at that. You've got another Dark Dawn racing car, but that's Sandeep Kumar who's leading the pack at the moment.
Sandeep's leading, and I think Rohit's just gone very wide over there. But, and as I said earlier, watch out for Rahul. He's made his way to third. I think he's been saving his tires a bit towards the end of the race, because now is what's really going to count. 2 laps to go. It's a dash to the finish. We've got a lap and a half to go now. They've exited the parabola. Sandeep running really well. I think he ran really well in the first race as well, but lost pace towards the end of it. He was almost like the hare setting the pace and then backed off.
I guess Sandeep has got a lot of experience on track, so I think he can manage to keep it on lead. Definitely, DILJITH's not going to be easy, but Vishnu has gotten a little bit of tussle with Sarosh and Rohit, and Raghu's right behind them. So I think it's going to be a little difficult for Vishnu, but it's definitely possible.
It is possible. What's the other interesting part? You look at the amount of drift that Sarosh Hataria is getting on his car. He's literally throwing his car into the corners. He's not in the top 5, but he's trying desperately to break into the top 5. He's running 6th at the moment.
Well, they say in these cars, you've got to push them to the absolute limit. And the limit is when it's breaking traction. As you can see, the drivers pushing it, getting it sideways, almost in rally style, getting completely sideways into a corner, giving it 100%, not getting their foot off the pedal.
The moment you talked rallying and this style of driving, I was reminded of Gaurav Gill.
Well, I personally don't know him, but I mean, he's leading the WRC this year, and I'm really wishing him all the best to dominate.
Yes, he was doing really well in Australia yesterday, and he was running 10th overall or 11th, fighting with the big names in the WRC. But unfortunately, I think he had a mechanical failure and had to pull out. But back to racing over here, and Rohit Khanna seems to have made his way to the front yet again.
The reason why I mentioned Gaurav Gill is because that's something that he'd done in this race category. What's happening here? It was almost as if the Falcon had opened its wings when you saw all the drivers trying to take the inside and outside lines. Has DILJITH T S managed to hold off that challenge? I think he has.
He has.
He's gone down to 4th.
And Sandeep's gone down to 4th, but now watch Rahul in the 99 car making his way. Can he lunge through the inside? Rohit is on the outside, and Rohit's got him. Rohit's held him off.
So it's DILJITH T S who leads the pack. Rohit Khanna is running 2nd. Raghu Rangasamy is 3rd. You've got Vishnu Prasad in 4th. Is it going to be a sense of deja vu for Rohit Khanna? When he looks at the rear view mirror, he sees 2 M Sport cars coming hard at him.
Absolutely. If you recall in the last race, last corner, he spun it under pressure. But here we have DILJITH, a multiple national champion himself. I don't think he's going to give in to the pressures that easily, but Rohit's got a point to prove after his result in the last race. 2-3 corners to go now. Rohit is closing up.
Yes, he's closing in on DILJITH T S, and there's a gap that's built up between Rohit Khanna and the 2 M Sport cars of Raghu and Vishnu. It's exciting stuff, riveting stuff. You can't take your eyes off the giant screen.
There's a crisscross, but Rohit can't make it through. That's the second last corner. Now C16. 5 cars are going to brake as late as possible into this corner. Let's see what happens there. Rahul blocking Sandeep down the inside. Rohit couldn't get past DILJITH yet. Who gets the best exit? Oh, Rahul's gone wide.
Oh, man.
Vishnu's got him. Can Vishnu get Sandeep to the line?
And that's DILJITH's first win this whole year.
Absolutely spectacular stuff. Diljit's come in first, Rohit Khanna settled for second, and Sandeep Kumar, another Dark Dawn Racing driver, tips the M Sport driver Raghu Rangasamy to the third spot.
You will not believe the top 5 covered by a second. Now, if that's not great motorsport, what is?
What? Well, there's another surprise in that top 5. Vishnu Prasad also managed to pip Raghu Rangasamy, and he's finished 4th. Raghu, who was running 3rd in the final lap, in the end has to settle for 5th.
Well, that just complicates the championship even further, because now Vishnu extends his lead by 2 points over Raghu. So yeah, it's not looking good. Not looking good for Raghu going into tomorrow.
These cars aren't the most reliable things to trust on, but definitely we are not hoping for any mechanical failure for any of them happening and fighting for the top 8. So, I mean, like now I can see Vishnu's pretty aggressive even now. He's not really happy with his result, but he's going to work really hard tomorrow and get it right on top. Also, Chitesh, I feel really bad for him that he had to retire, but the driver's got potential. A lot of potential.
Yeah, it seemed he had some brake trouble, because going into C1 on that lap, he seemed to have locked up majorly. Everyone went past him, and then going into C3, I guess he just lost faith in the brakes, and you can't do that going into C4.
For sure.
So now what are your plans after this year? Are you planning to do some more Euro 18s, or are you planning to race abroad? What do you see?
If I win the championship, definitely I'm going to be getting a subsidy amount from Tyre, so I'm going to race the GR LMP3 in Europe. So fingers crossed and touching wood that happens, and hopefully I'll find a few sponsors and maybe convince my dad to help me fund me and then take me abroad.
That all boils down to the results tomorrow then.
Yes, it is.
Well, we wish you all the best, Nan. We hope you give it your best tomorrow. That's all you can really do, and the rest is destiny. So we hope all works out in your favor, and we hope to have you back here in the commentary box again.
Thanks a ton. See you guys. Bye.
Cheers, thanks. That was Nayan Chatterjee, who's giving it his all in the Euro JK18 category. He'll be in action tomorrow as well in those 2 races, and only a couple of points, remember, separate him and the overall championship leader Karthik Tharani. So there's not much to choose between those 2.
So we've got 2 championships now in the cars going to the wire. The LGBs separated by 4 points, 5 points now going into the final day. Vishnu leading the championship by 5 points over his M Sport teammate Rahul Rangaswamy. And then we have Karthik Tharani leading Nayan Chatterjee by a couple of points, with Brian Pereira and Ashwin Datta in the mix as well. Ashwin Datta, sadly for him, led the championship all the way till today, which is the second last day of racing. So he must be a little gutted, but I think he'll come back stronger tomorrow with 16 points to play for.
Yes, absolutely. But Vishnu Prasad has put in a fair bit of gap now. A 6-point gap between him and Raghu Rangasamy is what it's going to land up at. Remember, he had a race win earlier, and now he's finished 4th, a couple of points ahead of what Raghu will manage.
Yeah, 5-6 points only between these 2, and I think psychologically Vishnu has the edge on Rahul. For some reason, Rahul seems to give him that kind of respect. And I don't think he wants to, do the, be a little take too many risks with his teammate. But at the same time, I think M Sport must be really happy with the results they've got today. They didn't do particularly well in this race. The top 3 going to Avalanche in 1st and Dark Dawn in 2nd and 3rd. Diljit taking, like Nayan said, the first win of the season. He's a great driver. He's really worked hard. There you can see him giving his mechanic a great old hug. He's a great driver. Now he started his own academy in Coimbatore, teaching other young racers. There's Sandeep Kumar, national champion across many championships. And yeah, they all know each other very well. And there's Rohit. He should be happy with his 2nd place, but gutted after the result he had in the first. If he had won the first race, he would have been in the chance for the championship.
Absolutely, that's just the way it is. Disappointment for Rohit Khanna, the way it's gone in that first race, and now he's managed a podium finish in 2nd, so he'd be a little happy with that. But DILJITH T S is going to be a happy man.
I like his style. You can see he's got a style, he's got an earring, he's got a cool haircut. He's one of the coolest guys. He's always got some funky cars he's driving around as well to the racetrack. And yeah, I'm just happy for him. He's a good guy. He's struggled for most of the year this year. And it's good to see him finally get a win under his belt. I'm sure it's a bit of pressure off him as well.
Yes, and Sandeep Kumar, another Dark Dawn Racing driver, has come in third. So at least for Dark Dawn Racing, it's a good result because they managed 2 drivers on the podium. That's valuable points in the overall team championship.
Absolutely, absolutely. Dark Dawn, I think, will be very strong in the team championship. I don't have the numbers with me, but I'm pretty sure that must be going down to the wire as well between Dark Dawn and M Sport.
So we'll take a short breather. Of course, we've got the presentation ceremony coming up in just a bit. Do stay with us.
Person of Avalanche, please report to the presentation. Person of President of Team Avalanche Racing, please report to the presentation. Well then, without further ado, we're going down to the presentation. Joining us on the presentation will be DILJITH Singh Hari Singh, a legend of his sorts. As he's been on the rally circuit, he's also the head of the Tyre Motorsports operations. Coming in at number 3, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Sandeep Kumar, who's come on to the... Sandeep Kumar takes the podium after very long time. This has been a special one for him. This is going to be, let's call it out from the man from Delhi himself, Rohit Khanna! Well done! Representing Team Dark Dawn, he's got quite a fan following here. Why not? That's his home. Ladies and gentlemen, this is special. His special person is here, and so is a couple of members of his family, all the way down from Kerala. DILJITH, congratulations! Also welcoming on stage, Puzzle, the team principal, and Madi, along with...
And that's the podium for us. Hari Singh, former national rally champion, presenting 3rd place to Sandeep Kumar, 2nd place to Rohit Khanna, the hometown boy, and 1st place goes to none other than DILJITH T S. A well-deserved victory for DILJITH and a great drive. What a close race. The top 5 within 1 second. The teams and crowds appreciating the great driving here today. They all kept it very clean And the team trophy goes to Fazal Khan of Team Avalanche for the win today. Fazal Khan, been a great driver himself and now a team owner. And here we have it, the top three celebrating the podium at the JK Tyre 21st National Racing Championship 2018.